I am so excited about WinterFest. We are now live, so you are going to be able to come into our booths right now. You can check out the marketplace. You can do all of this from outshinefestivals.com, and all you have to do is go to outshinefestivals.com and you'll see the link that says to the marketplace. It's a holiday market, it's our fairgrounds. You will be able to scroll through all of the booths that are here. And we have, I think the final count was 28 booths that are going to be represented during our festival. And one of the greatest things about coming to shop with these people through the festival is that you get to have exclusive specials that are just for our Outshine guests. So, good morning. We have some people joining us here. Good morning, friends. So I'm going to give you a little preview of some of my favorite things that are coming up that are in the booths. So I'm actually going to be looking right at our booths while I tell you these. So let's start with one of my favorite things that I've been eyeing up and I cannot wait to buy. And that is the, oh, I'm glad I'm doing this because I just realized that our link is not in the most convenient place ever. So we're gonna fix that for you to make it even easier to find us. So while we look through these booths, I'm gonna start with Rainy Day Handmade. Now you might remember Rainy Day Handmade from our first festival back in July. They make amazing handmade masks, very creative masks. They have masks with lights in them. They have holiday masks. They have masks with straw holes, masks where you can see your smile, all different masks. They're really great to check out. But in addition to that, they have stickers, they have apparel, they have accessories. The stickers that, and some of the apparel that they've rolled out recently are very topical. You may or may not be able to find a Bad Things Happen in Philadelphia sweatshirt in there. Then we have Finished Beads, which is another one. Finished Beads really has some state-of-the-art handmade jewelry for you to wear. Finished Beads likes to describe themselves as handcrafted gemstone and glass beads, beaded jewelry with silver and gold finishes. And some of the craftsmanship there is so neat. Like, you really know you're getting quality handmade sets when you buy from them. We also have Autumn Makes. Autumn Makes is going to be a variety of handmade prints. We have custom signs at Autumn Makes. There's painted shoes that are hand painted. There's home decor items, and Autumn Makes describes themselves as having thoughtful gifts. So perfect for your holiday shopping or for gifting to yourself. We also have this artist who does specifically beaded bracelets. And I have to say that the intricacy that handcrafted bead bracelets makes or what their products have is mind-blowing. So you can check out their booth and you will see it's like a solar system bracelet, and it's all done with those tiny little seed beads. Beautiful, really beautiful work. I've been looking at one of their ocean bracelets, their like waves bracelet. I think that's really one of my favorites in their booths. Then we have a delightful mother of two who is the creator behind Buggle Bear Creations. Buggle Bear has handmade sewn items. So you might find like baby blankets. I know she has receiving blankets. She customizes everything. She makes everything to order. So what you're going to see on her booth and in her on her images is you're going to see samples of things that she's done to give you an idea of what you can order. Now with Buggle Bear, you're going to order everything. As I said, it's made to order. So you might see, oh, I really like that receiving blanket. So you're going to contact Buggle Bear right through her booth, and you're going to say, oh, I really want this in orange and blue because we're big Mets fans. So you can find that there. She also does like quilts and sensory tag blankets and felt ornaments and holiday stockings and the pleated style masks. Really, really neat things. So definitely don't miss out on her. The next thing we have is Beyond the Palette. Now, the fun thing about actually so Finish Beads, Beyond the Palette, Buggle Bear Creations, and Pores by Zorb. I think I got everyone. I went to college with all of those people, and it wasn't until one of our alumni groups pointed it out that they were like, look at all these alums who are taking part in this amazing event. So I'm really excited. And I actually was on the phone with Buggle Bear the other night, and I said, where did Beyond the Palette come from? Because it's one of our fellow classmates from college who is just doing amazing work. So Beyond the Palette, John Rochetter describes his work as specializing in building wood furniture and decor, all from recycled and reclaimed wood. So you're going to see amazing things built out of pallets. I am eyeing a wine, like a hanging wine and stemware wall piece in their booth. But anything that he's made, he scraps pallet wood by hand and he makes gifts for friends and family, and that's kind of how this evolved. Now he's progressed. In addition to pallets, you'll see different styles of reclaimed wood. I think he has some oak on there and lots of different high quality wood that he's reclaimed. It's evolved into like larger creations, like furniture pieces, tons of different things, but the basis of that is wood. And next we have Lucky Ladybug Labs, who I actually also connected with on a Facebook group, not the alumni group though. Lucky Ladybug is actually a production stage manager by trade, which if you know my history, I am also, I was trained as a production stage manager. Now I've moved mostly into events, but I still stage manage on occasion. So Lucky Ladybug makes awesome stickers to brighten your day. I mean, you'll find everything from throwbacks to Rosie the Riveter to, coffee, like all the different cool themes. I could see, water bottles covered in these stickers. They're really cute and I don't know, they really do brighten your day. We also have the Gold Edit. The Gold Edit is an artist who I've actually known since I was really young, early elementary school. I would say that I met the Gold Edit, aka Kristen Lukeski. Kristen has done incredible work in a variety of forms. Her focus right now is primarily stationery. So if you are getting married, if you're throwing a party and you want to send out invitations, if you are, looking for someone to address your Christmas envelopes, the Gold Edit, Kristen Lukeski, they are the person that you want to contact. You can see right in her booth that she also creates one-of-a-kind homemade decor. She does really beautiful high-end wreaths. She uses vintage elements that she finds. I know she's been, in the past at least, she's done shopping in different, Lancaster and different areas to find the magical pieces that she uses to create. But again, right now she is really specializing in calligraphy and design, and her work is beautiful. So make sure to check her out. Next, we have Urban Anchor Design, who you will also remember from our July event. Urban Anchor focuses on handcrafted decor items, ornaments, farmhouse style signs. She has monogram signs. She personalizes so many of her products. And she's also right now pushing out a lot of beautiful holiday decor. Her and I are, in constant communication these days to talk about how can we team up and create some outshine things. My dream is to have an outshine ornament. Who knows? Maybe by the end of the festival, there will be an outshine ornament. But stay tuned for that. Next, we have Sky Blue Workshop, and Sky Blue is another group that's offering neck gaiters and circle scarves, but they craft them out of eco-friendly materials. And so they're handmade, they're eco-friendly, and you can find them in different sizes. They also do bags. So definitely check out the Sky Blue Workshop booth, and read their intro there. It's really neat to see how they came about and what problem they were trying to solve and how their booth grew. Next up, we have KP Productions. KP Productions is, kind of a jack of all trades stop. So KP Productions, apparently that's a tongue twister at 9 o'clock in the morning, is currently offering a poetry chapbook, stickers, there's custom embroidery. I think there are coloring sheets that they're also working on, or that they also have up for sale, as well as they can do in-person or virtual perhaps performances. But check out their booth to get an idea of more of what they offer. They're also our only international booth in this festival. So KP Productions is actually located in Canada, I believe on the west coast of Canada. So check them out. Next, we have Pores by Zorb. I know Pores by Zorb was checking in, watching us on Instagram Live a couple minutes ago. Pores by Zorb, as I mentioned earlier, is someone else that I had gone to college with. And this company really happened by accident. Lauren, who's the founder, really started by just pouring acrylic paint with her dad as a way for them to kind of escape the harsh realities of chemo treatment and allow her dad to really have this creative outlet, do something as an escape. And so in 2019, she really realized that, this stuff is kind of cool. I can have a market for this. And now not only does she create work on canvas, but she also has coasters and jewelry. You'll see poured art in beautiful pendants, picture frames, clocks, which I have my eye on some of her clocks. I'm looking for the right one, but one of these days I will own a Pores by Zorb clock. But check out all the creative things. Some of her poured color palettes really remind me of the ocean. You're probably going to pick up on the fact that I just think that I need to be at the beach all the time. So anything that's kind of ocean related, I gravitate towards. And now we have Quilled by Eva is our next booth that I want to talk about. Quilled by Eva makes jewelry, but they are out of quilled paper. So one of the cool things about this jewelry is that they're super lightweight and the designs are very intricate. Some of them really remind me of Tetris, while others look like fruit. It's really I don't know, something unique. I feel like you see a lot of jewelry makers in the handmade scene, and you don't often see someone who's specializing in quilled paper. She seals everything, so it's going to be pretty secure and a little more durable than if you're just hanging a piece of paper on your ear. So yeah, they're great. If someone wants to buy one of those as a gift, I have my eye on a couple pairs of earrings. So, you can message me later about which ones I want. But they're really cute. Next we have Practical Pieces. Practical Pieces makes toys and dolls and different accessories for children and infants. And I have to tell you, I love some of these dolls that they make. There's some mermaids that are really beautiful. I'm saying really beautiful a lot at 9 o'clock in the morning, but I mean, it's true. All of these booths are producing such beautiful work. But yeah, so the dolls are beautiful. Check them out. Visit their booth. Next, we have Inkiometry. I hope I'm pronouncing them right. They do ink and watercolor art, and they're really, really unique. Some of the things they do remind me of, I don't know if you ever had to study fractals in school. Who uses that word anymore? I don't know. But that's what some of the work they do reminds me of. It's really neat work. I wouldn't be surprised if in the future I'm having especially since I'm moving, purchasing a print from them to hang on my wall. Really neat look. A lot of it looks very modern too. Modern with this organic, calming presence. Next up, we have Benny Felix. Benny Felix is also an earring maker, and Benny Felix is specializing in resin earrings. So you'll see different, so resin is that kind of like plastic that seals things in. So you're going to see different earrings that have maybe like little gold flecks in them, or, you know, the ones that I have been looking at for a very long time. And by a very long time, I mean, since she submitted this picture, I've had my eye on them. There are these wave earrings that I hear a rumor, and I have not confirmed it with them, but I hear a rumor that these wave earrings are their most popular. And they are the ocean wave earrings with the raw brass frame. I think they're beautiful. Those are probably going to be in my future. You see how bad I am? I've done all this shopping, like mental shopping for myself, and I haven't even started on my family and friends that I want to buy for. So thank God for Outshine Festivals. So I have a one-stop shop to get all of these items. Next up, we have My Two Ladies Knitting. Now, My Two Ladies Knitting is really a company for, Quilled by Eva just joined us. I just talked about your booth, Quilled by Eva. My Two Ladies really is a booth for crafters and hobbyists in the world of knitting. So the owner of My Two Ladies actually has a patent on adjustable ergonomic knitting needle system. And so you're not going to find that anywhere else. So you definitely want to check out their booth. They also make each piece handcrafted, and it's multiple generations of artisan woodworkers in India that they specifically work with to handcraft these. So we're talking high quality craftsmanship, something you don't see anymore. Sure, you could walk into a Michaels or, you know, an AC Moore. And do AC Moores even exist anymore? I'm not sure. But you could walk into one of these places and you could just grab the first set of knitting needles that you see, pay a couple bucks, move on. But you're not going to find the quality or the thought that My Two Ladies Knitting puts into it. So if you are a knitter, or you have knitters on your gift list, I highly recommend My Two Ladies. And you're going to find, remember, specials specifically for Outshine Festivals when you shop through Outshine Festivals Holiday Market. So again, that's My Two Ladies. Moving right along, we have Craft Montage. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's funny because I communicate with everybody primarily by email. So sometimes I get to something they've written and I'm like, oh, fascinating. I don't know if that is pronounced right. So I'm going to make it up and I hope that they correct me so I can fix it in the future. So Craft Montage specializes in fair trade crafts. You're going to see jewelry, you're going to see scarves, really beautiful gift items in there. Next, we have Treeline Sisters, which, full disclosure, Treeline Sisters is owned by me and my sister. When we participate in one of the Outshine Festivals, though, I really take a back seat, and I let Jackie, my sister, do all the work. I did write our intro, so you will see my sass in our intro in our booth. But Jackie is really great she's much better to listen to than I am anyway. So definitely check out that booth. I'm really excited because we launched a Christmas line this year that I'm in love with. I had to restrain myself from keeping like 100 pairs of earrings for myself because I really want to share them with you all. So we made little Christmas trees. We have candy canes. We have, my favorites are the sparkly reindeer that you might see me wearing later. But that is, you'll see all sorts of things. And we started out as a bracelet business. And we realized really quickly that our hottest seller is our stud earrings. And so that was Jackie's brainpower behind those stud earrings. But it's beautiful. Check us out. And you can chat with Jackie later today. Next up, we have a Woodchuck's Joy. Now, let me tell you how I connected with a Woodchuck's Joy. One time I was at a craft fair, and it was actually around this time last year. My sister and I had a table at this fair, and I saw someone who made beautiful acrylic and wood pens that they had, I guess turning is the proper term. I'm not really sure. Beautiful pens. And I just knew that I had to have one, but I couldn't justify buying it for myself because I have about 17,000 pens. So I bought one of these pens for my best friend. And I know because I was in her apartment recently that she uses it. Now, that was not a Woodchuck's Joy. I regretfully lost that person's card. So when a Woodchuck's Joy came up in my feed because they know like a friend of a friend, I got so excited because a Woodchuck's Joy does handmade custom creations from wood and acrylics, specializing in pens. So this is my chance to get myself a pen, and perhaps my office mates are going to get pens as well for me for Christmas. Who knows? But beautiful, beautiful handmade work. I highly recommend checking them out. I hope that you share my joy in these handmade pens. So then next I have MH Designs and Photography. MH Designs I actually crossed paths with years ago when I used to run the logistics for a big charity walk. And Marie of MH Designs and Photography was our photographer that year. And we connected on Facebook. We've kind of casually stayed in touch. But she actually posted on Facebook, "Hey, I'm looking for craft fairs. Anybody know of any? I'd really like to do some in-person." And I said, "I don't know of an in-person one, but I happen to be running a virtual one. Why don't you apply?" So she did, and here we are. You'll see all sorts of creative outlets that she has in her shop. She does warn you that not everything is going to be PC, not everything is family friendly. Her booth is family friendly. We were very particular in that, but if you click through to other things from her booth, you may find out some art that, as she calls it, is a little skewed, but who wants normal anyway? But check her out. Really beautiful work, very beautiful photographer. Next, we have Park Lane Jewelry. Park Lane Jewelry you may have heard of. Really beautiful. There we go again. Beautiful is my adjective of the day. You can find bracelets, traditional jewelry, everything is out there. Park Lane has been around since 1955. Check them out. Make sure that you're communicating with our booth person, with our booth operator, I should say, to make sure that you're getting the best deals possible. Next, I know that this is a favorite of many people, Lip Sense and Senegence. I hope I pronounced that right. My sister is obsessed with this lipstick. Like, she is someone who has had, I'm not even joking when I say 40 different lipsticks at a time. My sister is a lipstick person. You can see I'm not. Maybe later today I'll put some lipstick on. But she swears by Lip Sense. So if you're looking for a high quality, lipstick, lip gloss that you want to wear for hours and hours, you definitely want to check this out. My sister swears up and down that it is worth every penny, and she will never, ever not have Lip Sense again. Next, we have the Art of Well-Being. I know that Alyssa was up here, was watching earlier today. This is Isogenics. Alyssa is a transformation specialist, so she helps you find healthy products. So she may, if you're looking to lose weight, she can recommend that. If you're looking to up your nutrition, she can, help you with that. She happens to have a lot of experience in this because she uses all the products herself. Like, probably, I think 6 years she's been using the product, she said. But they have, supplements and vitamins and skincare, and there's different kids products and just different things in the health and wellness and beauty world. So if that's something that interests you, definitely check that out. Next, we have Styles with Stephanie. Styles with Stephanie is Color Street dry nail polish. So you might have seen it. You put it on. You don't have to brush it on. You don't have to paint it. You just take them and put it on. I actually have a pair or a set that my sister got me. Do you notice that my sister is a big influence in my life? She is. So I have never tried them. That is true. But I'm really excited to talk with Stephanie tonight at 8 o'clock to talk more about this dry nail polish and why everyone's raving about it. I also have Mary Kay Shop, who is joining us today, joining us for this festival. Mary Kay has skincare and color cosmetics. They really do a great line of, and processes of taking care of your skin, and making sure that you're ridding it of toxins, and making sure that you are giving it sun protection. And we actually had a different Mary Kay vendor on with us in July when we did our first one. And both Mary Kay vendors I have spoken with, and they're great. And Ashley, our Mary Kay vendor for this festival, is very knowledgeable. She uses the products. She'd be happy to answer any questions you have. We also have Paparazzi. You probably know that Paparazzi slogan is always fun, always fabulous, always $5. So there's new styles that are added all the time. You can shop anytime for these specials. I have owned some paparazzi jewelry in the past. Since we have our own jewelry business now, I don't buy it as frequently, but it often makes good gifts as well. And because it's only $5, you can kind of step out of your comfort zone and buy a statement piece that maybe you wouldn't have bought previously. We also have Pampered Chef. Dawn is our Pampered Chef consultant, I think they're called. If you're not familiar with Pampered Chef, I highly recommend, or even if you are, check out the booth. I'm looking at the garlic press because I happen to need a garlic press in my life. But not only will you see like a gift section for $25 and under in Dawn's booth, but you'll also see different recommendations. They have, a monthly subscription now that delivers seasonings and recipes right to your door. So please check them out. Their blender looks really nice. They have a wine and cheese set that is new. And they're warning that this is supplies while they last, because it looks like it's going to be really popular. If you're like me and you're really into charcuterie boards, which I think is a trend that's really in life right now, they have a charcuterie and cheese board accessory set that you might want to check out. But all different things. They also have a line called Enrichables, which I didn't actually know they did. And for example, you can get, it's a way to add more nutrition into your meals. So they have like pea protein and kale and fiber, and it's all made from real food. It's all vegan, but if you're looking to add some nutrients into your food, these Enrichables are a way to do it. But anyway, cookware, different things to help your holiday season be smooth. That's Dawn. You want to check her booth out. So that's really about all that I have time for right now, because in about 2 minutes, I'm going to be back with one of our very own shop owners. And we are going to have a conversation about what they do. We're going to actually have Quilled by Eva, so get excited about that. I know I talked about her earrings and her jewelry a little while ago, but we'll have Quilled by Eva coming up next. So we'll see you in a few minutes. So, Eva, just one thing is that I still need to have your um, voice. So, by muting, I should have said turn off your volume because I still need to have your voice for our feeds out to Instagram and Facebook. Okay, great. I just see you activated that. So, this is exciting. And look, here we are. We are live now on Instagram and Facebook Emmerich Events page and Facebook Outshine Festivals page. And we're live on Outshine Festivals YouTube. So have you ever been live in so many places at once?
I have not, but I am excited to be here, and I think it's a really cool opportunity. So thank you.
Yeah, we're so excited to have you as well. And I was thinking maybe you could just introduce yourself a little bit. Tell us, where you are living right now, where you're from. Let's start there, and then we can go into your craft.
All right, so I am from Maryland. I am currently in Rockville, Maryland, and I am a student at the University of Maryland, College Park. I am a computer science major there, but I really have always loved crafting and art, so I'm really happy to be part of this.
Well, great. We're very happy to have you here. And we have Jennifer Hamilton Rubert, who is actually one of our vendors later today, saying good morning to everyone. So,
Hello.
brought that up here. So, you too can have your comments come up on our screen if you type in, if you comment on our live feeds. So, thank you for giving us that info. So, you are currently in school and you still find time to practice your craft. So can you tell us a little bit about how you started with this?
So originally, I had just started it as an attempt to make some money over the summer because of COVID. I wasn't really able to find a summer job, but I've always really wanted to sell my work. I love making jewelry and just other pieces, and people always ask me where I get my earrings or my pins, and I make them. So I thought that could be a fun way to make some money. And it's grown a little bit, and I've had a lot of fun with it. So rather than having it as like a temporary summer thing, I've decided to keep it going and make it into a full business.
I love that. That's great. And how did you start making them to begin with?
So I've always done a lot of different types of projects, and then I got a kit about quilt paper, and I just really loved it. And I had all of these ideas because a lot of it is based off of simple shapes, just kind of building it into something more exciting. So with that, I was able to come up with a lot of just different ideas as I was doing it, colored combinations that I like, and just putting them together, experimenting in a way that I thought looked nice, and just kind of going from there. I really just was inspired and decided to keep going with it.
Well, I love your inspiration, and I love that, there's like little orange slices. I mean, you've got everything. So I was wondering if maybe you wanted to show us and tell us about your favorite product that you make.
Sure. Let's see. I have a couple favorites, so I'll just show two of them.
Okay.
As you mentioned, I really do like the fruit slice ones I made. So I like them because they look very intricate, but they were really simple to make, so they're not too overwhelming, and they can go with different outfits. And they just add a little bit of brightness. I think they're really fun. I have lemons, limes, and oranges. So they were really more for summer, but I think fruit is for all times of the year. So those are definitely one of my favorites.
Absolutely. We need to get our
Um,
vitamin C at every time of the year. And maybe, in the bleak winter while we're in quarantine, we need a little hint of summer. So I think they're great
exactly.
as well. So tell us,
And then,
yeah, go ahead. I was gonna say, tell us about some more.
yes, so another one that I really like are my geometric triangle earrings.
Yes, these remind me of
They're, yes, that was one of the inspirations for them, as well as do you know the game Blocus?
yeah, yeah,
And all of the interlocking pieces, but
absolutely.
rather than
Those
squares, I
colors are
went with
very much in
triangles.
that game.
Yeah, I really like the primary colors. I feel like it has kind of a fun, youthful vibe, but it's still very sophisticated. Oh, hi, Maddie.
Yeah, you've got your eye on these fruit
Um,
earrings as well. Sorry, go back
yes.
to your beautiful triangles.
So I really liked making these because, again, they're just a lot of components, but they fit together in a really simple way that's really just kind of aesthetically pleasing. And these are a little bit less flowery and feminine than my other pieces, so I feel like they give a kind of nice contrast to other pieces in my store.
So, can you tell us, before you move on to your next piece, can you tell us a little bit about actually constructing these? Because they look just so perfect, but obviously you're not using one long piece of paper, right?
So I generally use one piece of paper for each piece.
Oh,
So I have a few pieces next to me I can show you. I'm currently working on some stud earrings.
ooh,
So I have long strips of quilling paper. And then I have a quilling tool that I can use on the ends, and then I kind of just roll them. So eventually I make thick circles or other shapes. And from that, if I release it a little bit, I can shape them such as into these triangles. And then I can just measure them, kind of make sure they're more uniform. There's a lot of unwinding, rewinding, making sure they're the right size.
you pretty much
And then,
freehand that sizing.
yes, I do
Oh,
freehand most of my pieces. I
that's
have
amazing.
one or two, thank you. I have one or two where I do use a quilling workboard, which is kind of like a stencil that you can release the shapes into to kind of
Okay.
shape it more in a uniform shape. But I prefer really just doing it by hand and exact because I feel like it kind of makes it a more personal product as well. I'm putting a little bit of more effort into it than I need to, and I like doing that.
Yeah. Well, I think, that's one of the things that I love about creating this holiday market. And one of the reasons why we really wanted to have this kind of platform is because that personal touch that you talk about, that's what it's all about, being able to say, like, oh yeah, I asked a question to that maker who lives in Maryland, and she told me that my piece was delayed because her cat played with it, and so she had to start over, whatever, like, just the real stories, whatever they are, that's what makes, independent crafters so wonderful, I think. But anyway, I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you. Please
Oh,
continue.
no, it's okay. And so I do make almost all of the pieces to order.
Oh,
So
great.
I have limited stock, like in stock normally, because I really want to make sure the pieces are exactly what someone wants. So the majority of my pieces are customizable. The geometric earrings in this case, I can customize them, but they're more of a set um, color scheme and a set design. But other pieces, such as these, I can alter the colors. I can make them a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, so I can really connect with my customer. I love making custom designs. I recently made one for a customer who really loved a design but wanted them in pink, and I was totally happy to make that happen. So I really like to make each piece individually so I can make sure that it really connects with my customer and makes an impact and provides what they really are hoping for.
I'm not sure if you noticed, but your fan club apparently just joined our Instagram live over here. Um,
Yes.
so perhaps say hello to them. We've got Junebug Julie and Ashna joining us.
Hello. Thank you so much. Yes, they were some of my first supporters.
Oh,
We met
yay.
at computer science camp. So I'm so glad that they could come. And I am very honored that they have continued to support me and share my product with other people.
Yay, that's so great. I love that. So how long have you known our fan club leaders over here?
I've known them for about 3 years. We met during a computer science immersion program. So
Oh,
that was really fun, really just uplifting other people. And we all continued to cheer each other on. And I'm really glad that they could come today.
I love that. So when you were talking back about the custom orders, I see one of them has bought some flowers from you.
Yes.
Um, no, I just got so distracted in my own brain. The question I had jumped out of my head. Um, oh, I think I was going to ask you. So if someone places an order with you, let's say, it's not the geometric ones. It's not something you have in stock. Let's pretend it's these yellow and orange flowers someone orders from you. Can you tell me how long it would take from the time they, place their order with you? Let's pretend it's at the festival because you're going to get lots of orders from this festival because how could you not? Everything is so cute that you make.
Thank you.
So if I today, later today, I place an order for you through you, how long would it take until you are able to get those in the mail?
So for custom pieces, if there's something completely not on my website, I will probably email back and forth or message through Instagram or Facebook to make sure I really get the design they want. We can figure out colors together. I'll probably send a few photos along the way to make sure that it's really what they're envisioning, as well as to kind of determine pricing and more logistical things as well. So, depending on the communication and how fast we connect and that kind of thing, it probably would be about a week, maybe a little bit less depending on other orders or how fast a design is kind of decided on. If it is a piece from my website, such as the geometric earrings or the butterflies, those have been very popular in different colors. If someone just requests that through my order form on my website, that will be a little bit more direct because I already have the design, I've been told what colors, and I've gotten all of the information I need. So those will probably take a little bit less time.
I understand. That sounds good. And so I want to make sure you can probably see on our Facebook/YouTube in the preview that you have on your computer that it's saying, our outshinefestivals.com on there. But I'd also like to let people know what your, if it's email that it's best, or if it's, your Instagram account, what can I tell them? How can I tell them to best contact you?
Well, I have a lot of ways to contact me because I want to make sure that I'm completely accessible. So The main way would be the contact form on my website, quilledbyeva.com. QUILLEDBYEVA.com. So there's a form on the bottom of my homepage to submit kind of an email question, and I can respond generally right away. I also do check that same email address, quilledbyeva@gmail.com, and my DMs are always open on Instagram. That's going to be probably the most direct, instant way to message me, but all of them I check very frequently.
That's great. There's so many ways to contact you. I feel like we're definitely in the age of multiple contact ways, right? I often tell people, I'm like, just text me.
Yes.
Like, if you're gonna,
I am always online for school. For this, I really do make sure to check all channels.
I think it's great. I think it's great. So back to your products and your process. What other products can you give us a little preview of?
Oh, sorry, I think I lost your sound for a second.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay, great. I was just asking you if there were, other products you'd like to show us and talk about.
Sure. So not only do I sell earrings, I also sell pins. So for people who maybe earrings aren't their style, I do have something for them too. So one of my first pin designs was this. It's my Queen of Hearts pin. I like the aesthetic of playing cards, and I thought it was just fun to have black, white, and red. I always like that color scheme as well. So it's a very simple pin, but it looks really fun, and you can't really tell over the camera, but it does have kind of more of a glittery paper, so it has a tiny bit of shine in the right lights, which is just a little bit of magic that I think is fun, especially because playing cards are used so much with magic. So I think that's just a little extra like Easter egg with that pin.
I love it.
I do also have other pins similar in that design of a Pride collection.
Oh, great.
I've gone to a lot of different fairs, Comic-Cons, and that kind of thing, and Pride pins are always being sold everywhere, so I kind of wanted to share in that excitement. So I have a rainbow pin as well as other flags such as the bi flag and the trans flag. And with these, they're very simple, so they don't, if someone wanted a custom pin, they don't have to be Pride pins. They can request specific colors that maybe they just want in a pin. But I do also have some more exciting pins, I guess, shape-wise. So this is the one I have currently with me, which is a pastel Stardust pin.
Can you hold it a little bit
more?
Your right, your left, sorry. Thank you. And a little bit up so we can see
it in the phone and in the...
I know, it's a challenge, but you're doing great with it. You're doing great.
There we go. Okay.
Also, Junebug loves the attention to detail that you put in it, and this pin definitely shows that attention to detail.
Thank you. Wrong way. This is one of my favorite pins I've made. So it has many different stars in different pastel colors, and I definitely, if someone wanted, could make it in different colors. I've had orders for blue stars and just generally other colors. So it's a bit more dense than my other pins, and it's definitely more of kind of an eye-catching conversation piece. But I think that it's, because it's pastel, it's really subtle enough that it also just kind of fits in nicely with a lot of colors. And yeah,
my pale pink blazer that I have, it would like tie in nicely to that color scheme.
Yeah, maybe you're gonna have to place an order.
I know. I'm gonna be so broke by the end of this festival because I want everything from everyone.
Yeah, I was looking at all of the booths, because I've looked at some of the Instagrams, but I was excited to see what the booths are like, and everyone is so talented.
I know. It's so great. It's not like, there's any booth where you're like, oh, I can skip that. Because you need, like, you look at everything in every booth. That's the level of talent we have.
I don't knit, but I want some knitting needles.
I know, they're so great, aren't they?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
And then
Yeah.
one thing about my product that I haven't mentioned is that even though they are entirely made out of paper, I coat them with a matte sealant, so they are a little bit more durable. They are not going to get like necessarily like crushed if you like press on them. If you tug on them a little bit, obviously, if you rip it in half, it is paper. So they are a little bit delicate, but they're definitely stronger than you would expect. They get through shipping fine. I've been wearing my earrings since I started, and they're all good. And they're not waterproof, but they are slightly water resistant. So I wouldn't dunk them in water, but if you have to like run through a drizzle, it might be okay.
I love it.
But yeah, so I think that that is definitely something that I should have mentioned sooner, but they are very durable as well. And that's something that's also important to me because I want people to be able to really wear my product without being worried about damaging it.
Yeah, absolutely. And now I know something else that we didn't talk about yet that often comes up is what you use for the posts on your earrings.
Yes. So I currently have three types of earring backings. I have post earring backings, which unfortunately I only have in a regular nickel free, lead free metal. So it's not any special metals, it's just regular um, metal that just doesn't have nickel and lead, similar to my pin backings as well. Wrong way. So similar type of metal. And then for my hanging earrings, such as the geometric ones, I have um, I have the same nickel-free hook earrings that are generally okay. If you don't have sensitive ears, they should be very fine and work well for you. But if you do have sensitive ears, I have solid sterling silver hooks as well.
Oh, very good. So you've covered it all. You have options for our
Sorry, I
shoppers.
think I lost your sound again.
Oh, how about now? No, you can't hear me
Oh,
yet.
now I can hear you. Now I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
I was just saying that you've covered it all. You have the options for for our shoppers. You have plenty of many options for them. You've lost me again. Oh no, this is so sad.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Huh. I wonder. I am
I
not
heard
sure.
you. Now I can hear you. Now I can hear you.
Great. I was just saying that you gotta love technology, but that's the world we live in. How many Zoom calls have we been in? We're like, what? It's kind of like that old Verizon wireless commercial, except now our face is there and it's even more frustrating. We have actually a comment from one of our Facebook viewers. This is actually another maker who has a booth called Buckle Bear, and she says, beautiful, intricate work, Eva. Those fruit slices and ladybugs are adorable. And I definitely
Thank you so much.
it's so true. Like, you have adorable work. I'm already like mentally preparing myself for which ones I'm going to buy and gift to people and, everything. So thank you, Victoria, for sharing your thoughts with us.
As far as products as well for gifts,
Mhm.
I definitely think they're a nice gift, especially for high schoolers and college students who maybe want some sophisticated looking jewelry, but don't necessarily want like gemstones and precious metals and things because they're definitely affordable and they're extremely lightweight. Because they're paper, you can wear them for a really long amount of time without feeling them. They are almost weightless. So they're definitely a nice gift, especially for the younger crowd.
So what tell us a little bit about your price range. Believe it or not, we only have 5 minutes left of our session today.
Oh,
So can you tell us a little bit about your prices and any other like must tell pieces of information you want to share with our shoppers?
Sure. So all of my pieces range between $10 and about $23. So the $23 is really going to be the most expensive. All of my pieces are going to be for WinterFest if you use our code free shipping. So if you put the code of WinterFest, you get free shipping. Otherwise, it's a flat rate fee normally.
That's
I do only ship in the US, unfortunately. So hopefully in the future I will expand to international, but for now it's just within the US. So I'm very sorry if you're looking at my stuff from out of the country. But my goal is really to make pieces affordable. If you buy my earrings that have hooks, they will be $3 more expensive for sterling silver, but that's it's still going to be just as good quality of the earring if you get regular hooks as well. I will put the same amount of detail into everything.
that's great. And so are there any, so everyone, her booth is up and live on outshinefestivals.com. So if you're not taking notes like me, because I'm a big nerd over here, you can check out her booth. All that information is there. She has different elements on display, different pieces that she's made on display. We've got the information on how you can order, how you can get that WinterFest, Outshine Festival's WinterFest discount. It's all there. Do you have any closing thoughts for our shoppers or anything that you'd like to say to the people watching us?
Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting small businesses.
Woohoo!
And I hope you guys can find products that you love. And if not, message me and I can make a custom one.
Well, thank you so much, Eva, for coming in and talking with us and sharing your craft with us. I think, as I've said, like probably 100 times already, I think you do really lovely work, and I'm
Thank
excited to
you.
have some of these pieces, in my collection. So stay tuned, everyone. We will be back in about a half hour with our next guest, who will be Victoria Rose Bonito, actually, who was just commenting on Eva's work, Bugglebear Creations. So she will be coming up next. And don't forget, you want to head over to outshinefestivals.com. You can scroll down to Quilled by Eva, check out her booth, along with all the other beautiful shops that we have in this festival. And I would like to echo Eva's sentiments. Thank you so much for supporting small business. As that, they say, when you buy from small business, you get a happy dance. When you buy from Amazon, nobody even notices. So we'll see you soon in a half hour, and have a wonderful rest of your day. but I forgot to unmute myself. Okay. Hold on. It's a hot mess over here. Okay, so let's try this again. Welcome. Would you start by telling us a little bit about yourself and about how Buggle Bear came to be?
Sure, yeah. So my name is Victoria Rose Benito, and I am a mom of 2 boys. I'm trying to make myself frame properly. Here we go. So I have professional training in theater, and primarily I worked as an actor. And I also have been in costume design and worked professionally on grad school productions at Villanova, as well as at companies like Curio Theater Company in Philadelphia. So, hold on. I feel like I'm getting this weird echo here. Hold on. Here we go.
So if you turn off or plug headphones in to either your phone or your computer, that will help with the echo. And by turn off, I mean don't mute. Turn down your volume on one or the other.
Yeah. Right. Can you hear me better now? Nope.
Still having a loop. I'm going to try again.
All right.
Let's try.
Is that better?
I think so. I think we might have a winner here. The beauty of technology, right? But we got it, so it's okay.
Good.
So I will just remind everybody who's joining us that we are here with, no, I'm not going. I just did I've done 2 hours without echo. What the heck is going on?
It's me. This is why I work with my hands, not technology.
Okay, we're gonna get it. Okay, how are you doing now? I still hear myself over on you. Why don't you turn off the volume on your computer? Try that.
All right. How's that?
Okay, say something now.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Okay. We're having technical difficulties. We will be right back. Okay, let's try to troubleshoot over here off of Instagram Live. We are on still live. So I think you're right. I think it is you because I just turned off my phone.
Me too.
Oh, no. Oh, it stopped.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it's Instagram making.
We could have just a bad delay. Truthfully, I'm not the best with technology. I'm used to leading teams who are incredible with technology, so I've gotten really lazy with technology. But we're going to try going live again on Instagram as well.
Great.
And hopefully this will be solved.
All right.
We're going to cross our fingers. All right. I can also turn my volume down on my computer.
I'm going to try plugging my headphones into my phone and muting my computer. And see if it works.
That sounds great. Okay, so for those of you joining us again, or maybe just joining us on Instagram, we just had a little snafu, but we are rocking and rolling right now. I'm going to bring Buggle Bear Creations, Victoria Rose Bonito. Do you go by Kopeshki or Bonito?
I'm Benito as an artist, because that's all my contact stuff. But Kopeshki, we still have an artist in the family. So Victoria is the way to find me, though.
Excellent. So I'm going to bring Victoria back in with us. Here we go. So it will just take a couple of minutes for us to get anybody following us back on Instagram. But you should be able to accept. So I hear myself echoing, but it's a very slight echo. So I think we'll probably be okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining us again. We're going to start back a couple seconds. This is Victoria joining us. Victoria is the owner and creator at Buggle Bear Creations. We will chat with her about all the different things that she has to offer, and I'm really excited to have her with us here today. So let's get started. So Victoria, why don't you give us a little intro about yourself, who you are? I know you already went through this spiel before, but we do have some new people joining us. So go through your spiel.
Yeah, so thanks, Miss Allie. This is a thrill to be part of Outshine Festivals. This is my first kind of festival adventure for Buggle Bear Creations. So I'm a mom of two tykes, Owen and Connor. They're my best buddies. They're 5 and 3. And before I was a mom, I worked professionally in the theater world. So primarily as an actress, mostly in classical theater and Shakespeare. But I have my master's degree from Villanova, and I was a costume intern. I had an assistantship there. So I was paid on a scholarship to work in the costume shop while I was there. So I sharpened my skills in sewing and whatnot while I was there, and really found it calming and a nice creative outlet other than being on stage. So once I had my little guys, I needed stuff to do because you can't be pregnant in many shows, although I was pregnant in 3 shows, I think, with my first son. So some creative costuming had to go into that. But, you need to enjoy your family and put a hold on the working world. We were fortunate enough to be able to do that. So I still needed a creative outlet. So my first thing that I ever created that sort of launched Buggle Bear as it is was this blanket for my 5-year-old.
So cute.
And he needed something to play with. Both my boys are snuggly. But he liked to, he liked to play with the tags on all of his clothes and stuff. So it's like, why can't we put tags on other things? So you're not doing this all day. So this is my first ever tag blanket that I made in a happy little 2-sided dinosaur print. And he loved it, and I could throw it in the wash and it could get food and I'm
so impressed that was a child and it looks like it's brand new.
Yeah, because it's cotton. So you shout it and you throw it in the wash and you throw it in the dryer, and then
amazing.
You're done. So this was Owen's, and he's 5 now, and he still will throw it on the side of his bed or tuck his favorite stuffy in with it because he really likes the dinosaur stuff. So that was how Buggle Bear was kind of born. And then, I branched out into, well, I've sewn clothes before, so why can't I make us Christmas stockings for baby's first Christmas? And, why can't I make these things? Because I have time while, the little guy's napping. So things like stockings came to be. Oh no! And I'm falling on Instagram, but here I am again.
It's all good. I always forget we're on Instagram too, and I wind up moving my phone and but oh yeah, yes.
All right. So this stocking was Owen's first little stocking that came to be, and you can tuck things in there. And since this was made, I've made kind of edits to them, and then of course.
Wait, I gotta ask about the stocking pocket. I've never seen a stocking with a pocket.
Pocket. Okay, so so you could throw a candy cane in there, or if you have a favorite little. Keep falling off Instagram. Sorry, all my Instagram people. I promise you I'm safe. You could put a little ornament guy.
Oh, it's so cute.
In your pocket. Or any number of things. We're an Italian-Irish family, so the traditional Christmas orange that should go in the toe. We've tucked fruit and stuff in there before.
Oh, I love it.
It was a fun way that we could all have coordinating Christmas decorations too. And he got to pick out what fabric he wanted. So, it's a fun trip to the fabric store when you have to go on an errand, when you bring your little guys and are like, okay, pick out something that you like and I'll make you something. So that's
Wait,
really
hold
how
on. I
this
gotta
was.
go back to this pocket stocking again
Yes,
because
pocket
I just think
stocking.
it's amazing. And I just want to say for all of you like blossoming influencers, can't you just imagine this on your beautiful white fireplace with like your 2 candy canes in the front? Like clearly this is the picture that we need to trend. So you should go buy some of these from Buggle Bear, hang them on your mantle, and let's get some trending pictures of this because I cannot wait to see it all over. Anyway, I will be done with this stocking pocket now. I promise.
The stocking pocket, the pocket stocking, however you want to say it, they're both right. It's pretty exciting. Yeah. I don't know. It's pretty fun. And what I'm most excited about in kind of launching this little business is that I really want to make it about what you and what your little one, whether it's your child, niece, nephew, cousin, neighbor, friend, whomever it may be, I want to make it what they want. So everything is absolutely completely customizable. And, it can also be fun for the new parents that are like uber decorators. Like our thing with our first was woodland creatures. That's what we wanted the nursery theme to be. So then I could go to the fabric store and find fabric that was like woodland creature-esque and make my own stuff instead of having to search endlessly on Amazon or Babies R Us was a thing when Owen was born. Babies R Us and Toys R Us are, you're not limited to the packaged sets. We can really make anything, and I say we like I'm a plural person. It's just me. I can make anything that's that you can think of as long as the fabric's available. And fabric shopping, like treasure hunting, is kind of one of my pastimes too. So other than the pocket stocking and those tag blankets and things, the other problem that I had for my second son really was that he was really big. So our guys like to be wrapped in receiving blankets when they slept, and they were too small. So we did like the snuggle sacks and stuff with the Velcro, but they'd like break out of them because they were strong little dudes. So I started making receiving blankets too. And this was for my second, who we nicknamed our bear. He's the bear in Buggle Bear Creations. But it's huge, so that you can really swaddle an infant in it and tuck it in. And it's all cotton.
Feel that softness through the screen. It's just so cozy.
It's snuggle flannel. It's 100% cotton. There are no raw edges. It's all hand stitched down. But it again, you throw it in the washer, throw it in the dryer, and it's done. And Shout has become my best friend as a parent. So you can shout stains out of these for days, and then they just get softer with wear. My 5-year-old now prefers his older blankets because he thinks they're softer than his newer ones. So even though some of the colors might fade if you get, some of the brighter shades in the beginning, it's like any kind of fabric. The more you wash it, the more the color kind of wears. But they really last, and it's all cotton. It's nothing artificial. It's not like polyester rayon blends or anything that might be itchy or that might be like allergen prone. Sometimes some of those fabrics are produced in such a way that they're not as clean as cotton. So they're super soft and they're super cuddly and totally, kind of whatever color, whatever pattern, whatever interest you're looking for.
So I think I might be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because I have read a lot of booths and had a lot of conversations with our makers. But were you making ornaments at some point too?
Oh, yes. So this is the guy I'm currently working on right now.
How cute.
Nom. He's a popular kids game called Cut the Ropes. So my oldest is into that.
Can you just show us again, but bring it a little bit more?
Oh, yeah.
I know, with the phone and the computer.
With the dual devices, yeah. So he's in
cute that is.
He's in progress right now. He eats peppermints, so it's a festive holiday guy. But that's the thing. Like he's not a Daniel Tiger. He's not a Ninja Turtle. He's not something that's uber commercial. But he's a little character that my 5-year-old loves. So why not make it for him?
Yeah.
But the ornament started with my 5-year-old is wonderfully creative, but also out of the box thinker. He wanted an advent calendar that was Wizard of Oz themed.
All
And
right.
the only thing that I could find was like a Wizard of Oz box with all the little drawers with nothing in it. And it was some antique that was on, eBay for a gazillion dollars. So I said, wouldn't it be cute to have ornaments, like Wizard of Oz ornaments? So these were my first ornaments that I made that are little Wizard of Oz guys. I'm trying to get them in both screens here. So I played the Wicked Witch. That was my first acting role. So I needed to have a Wicked Witch on the tree, But so it started with her. She needs a sidekick, of course, and a flying monkey. And then
Absolutely.
my oldest favorite at the time was the Scarecrow. So this
Their
was the
little
beginning.
details. They're so cute.
Yeah, so this was the beginning of the ornaments, and they've since branched out to be this style that are puffy. They're stuffed, so I don't know if you can like feel them, but they squish. And now, since my eldest is into more mature things like the Lego Movie, we have to get creative with things like
I
this.
love it.
So here's Emmett, and he's on a little Lego brick hanger there. But these are flat, so they, it can get more detailed in the stitch work. He's got his little pen there,
So cute.
and all of the, kind of the distress detail on his silver vest are accurate to the movie because I'm a little extra. So so the ornaments can come kind of as a featured character. And because these take more detail, they're the $10 ones that are listed. These little guys are $8 a piece, and can be anything. And my little guy loved sea creatures, so he needed to have an octopus, who was his favorite sea critter. We have some turtles getting in there. And then this was the latest for this year. He's a dinosaur fan.
Oh, what a cutie.
We have a little Santosaurus Rex here.
What a cutie.
But these are all felt, so they're soft too. If you have a tree in your kid's room or something that you want to have them decorate, you don't have to worry about them falling off and breaking. Or if they drop them, they're going to get smashed. They don't. They're, you can wiggle them around and squish them, and they stay quite the same. So
I want to put a plug out there that it's not just kid-proof, but also pet-proof.
Totally.
How many times have cats jumped in trees and shattered ornaments? These are perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty great. It's pretty great. So they're super fun, and again, just another thing I can kind of keep my hands busy doing while, while we have all of our construction and dinosaur stomping and Lego building going on in my house. So those are up. And you can also, there are deals up on WinterFest for a stocking with an ornament in the stocking pocket. You can do that, and it's all, you choose what you want. So if you have like your traditional red, green Christmas theme and you want a reindeer in the pocket, let's do it. If you have, like, my mom's living room is blue and white, so if you want to do like blue and white and have snowflakes in the pocket, or a Christmas narwhal in a blue stocking,
Yes.
I mean, who knows? The opportunities are limitless, what we can make.
And so I love all this emphasis that you're putting on how custom everything is and how everything can be. And like Eva, it sounds like most of your Quilled by Eva was joining us earlier today, and it sounds like all of your orders really are made to order. Is that true?
Totally. Yeah, everything that I'm showing you right now is what we have in our house. Yeah, everything that I've made for other folks is out and about. I don't have too much pre-made because I want to make it completely, you pick the fabric, you pick the color scheme, you pick the character. And because those requests are often so widely varied, I'd rather spend my time custom creating than kind of mass producing and hoping stuff sells. And I just had a couple requests this morning for some repeats. So we're going to go back to Seahorse Land and get a jellyfish going. But then someone messaged and said, "Can you make the child? Can you make the Baby Yoda ornament?" So I'm gonna do that. We have an Elsa and a Spider-Man coming, which I haven't done yet, but they're super. They're, who doesn't love Elsa and Spider-Man? So everything is truly handmade to order. down to if I don't have something that you're looking for, but I can get it, I will go shopping with you in my pocket,
Yeah.
and kind of live message you as we go, so that, if I have a bunch of fabrics on the shelf, you can say, I want 1 and 3 for my stocking tops, and I will find a green to match, or whatever the case may be. So it is really an interactive experience.
I love that. And now you are participating in our live booth program, right?
Yeah.
So have you had any guests come through the live booth yet?
I did. I had one this morning, and she, and I see on Instagram here, good old Pores by Zorb is requesting the child ornament. That's what my husband said this. He said, you're going to have to custom make some. Why don't you just pre-make a bunch of Baby Yodas, because they will be the ones to go this year.
100%.
You got it, Pores by Zorb. So this morning, a guest came in and asked about the ornaments, and she said, my son is really interested in Spider-Man, and my daughter really loves Frozen. Do you have any of those? And I showed her inspiration pictures. I have a huge Pinterest board of inspiration pictures, because these guys err on the side of cute, I'd say. I don't know that this monkey is 100% accurate, but he's super cute. But then some of the things,
a little less menacing,
a little
than
bit.
the movie I'm familiar with.
He's a little bit happier. Yeah. But I mean, the coat detail and the hat detail are pretty accurate.
Oh, and there's no question. I know who that is.
Yeah. But when you get to things that are cartoons, or that are animated things, you can get pretty spot on. So I showed her some inspiration pics of, like a cute Spider-Man, not like a super, super detailed comic book Spider-Man. And an Elsa, and we're going to go for that. And then she was like, oh, and we're sending a gift package to my one of my relatives. We're mailing out a box. It's going to be super early because of mail delays with COVID and all of the things. And it's got a lot of Star Wars stuff in it. Do you have the child? And I said, I will get the child in the box. So it was super fun. And it's nice when I do all of my consulting, one-on-one, because I want to know if you want more of a feature kind of character-y thing, or if you want someone that's, that's kind of squishy and stuffy. So she wants the squishy ones because she's getting little like critters and people, but it's not to say that if you have, a more delicately kind of intricately decorated mantelpiece or fireplace, that you wouldn't want like a snowflake, like a more adult kind of thing. These aren't just for kids. So you can also do like doves, you can do like angels, all kinds of stuff that are also a little bit more traditional, that are Christmas themed, if that helps. Or we can do menorahs, we can do, all our wonderful kind of winter holidays, any of your traditions, if you're looking to feature it in fabric in a way. There's a lot of stuff that we can make happen. And felt is super fun to work in because it doesn't fray, and it doesn't, it holds up. It's pretty sturdy, but it's still, like for the little hands, it's really soft. So it's still, it's nice that way.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. So kind of going along with that rush order you had this morning, I'm curious to know what can our guests, what can our shoppers expect for the turnaround time? What if they place an order with you today through WinterFest? Can you reiterate your specials for WinterFest? And B, tell us what that turnaround time is.
Sure.
So drop in the mail.
So it depends on what you're ordering. The ornaments I can crank out, a bunch in a day or two. The blankets depends on the size. So something like, this kind of traditional tag blanket. This guy, if I have the fabric on hand, I usually say consider like a week. Depending on your place in line, in a sense. Like I also make them in the order in which they're received. So those 3 ornaments that were ordered this morning, I'm looking to complete between today and tomorrow. And then she's a local guest, so I'm going to drop them to her. So, hopefully in the next few days, she'll have her ornaments. If we're talking about bigger kind of blanket projects or things like this is my tag blanket for my second son. The stitch pattern is a little bit more intricate. It's got like a featured square and then some smaller patchwork squares around. Something like this is going to take a little bit longer than your 4-piece. But usually these blankets, I'd say, expect like a week turnaround time, and then usually they're done a little sooner. And that's for production, not including like the shipping time that it's going to take to get to you.
That's what I was going to say. So United States Postal Service drama aside, how soon do people have to order if they would like this in their hand by Christmas Eve?
I would order within this. Well, we're not in December yet. I would order. I mean, err on the side of ordering sooner in this festival, just because the volume of orders may be unpredictable. And these, especially if you're ordering ornaments, something like our octopus friend here that's got like 3 colors and is fairly simple to cut. I mean, this is all hand-drawn, hand-cut, hand-stitched. Nothing's machine-oriented. He probably takes me like top to bottom an hour to crank out. Something like Emmett here with all the stitch work and the multiple colors and, all of that, he's going on a couple hours. So he might take up my post-bedtime time that I have.
That magical time for parents.
Yes. When the children are asleep and you do adult things like make things for your kids. The more intricate, always the more intricate the design, the more time it's going to take. So if you order sooner, that's a definite, like United States Postal Service blessings here that you should get it by Christmas. And if you're local, I'll drop it by. I'm in the greater Philadelphia area. I have certainly delivered things to folks that have been kind of rush orders. And it's, I always value getting the things that people want to them when they need them rather than taking the easy or, like less laborsome way for me. And if that's like not good for me as a business owner, like who cares? I think I really like to build a relationship with the people that I'm working with. And you get to do some cool things that I had one of my favorite guests reached out to me on Facebook. She said, my daughter had this farm blanket that she lost and it was her favorite blanket. Do you have anything with farm animals on it? And just in my drawer, I messaged her a picture. I was like, this is the only farm print I have. And it was the print of her daughter's lost blanket.
Wow, serendipitous.
Yeah. So I was able to make a square blanket like this for her. And then a toddler blanket for her bed, which, fits like, it's a little bit, I don't know. It's I forget the exact measurements. They're on the booth. Go look at the booth. But it's snuggleable for a toddler. You can use it as a lap blanket. You can put it on the floor. You can put it on the bed. But I was able to make a patchwork quilt with that farm blanket, and she also really liked Olaf. So I did one side as farm, and the other side was Olaf and some other prints that her daughter liked. So then she had her farm blanket back. And then another, completely original thing that she also got to contribute to. It's things like those that make this worth it, that you can really help an individual find something that they want or need. That's not just like, oh, that's kind of cute and it makes me think of someone, maybe I'll get it from Amazon. It's really personal.
Yeah, I love that. So do you think you'd be able to just go down really quick? I know we're almost out of time, but would you be able to just give us some price ranges for your different products?
Sure. Yeah. So the things you've already seen, so the ornaments, this kind of style with more detail and a little bit bigger are $10. The little critters are $8. I haven't shown them. I'm also making pleated masks because COVID. But we have both adult sizes and child sizes, and they're elastic. They're the pleated designs, so they really kind of, fit you well. And they're all cotton, so again, throw them in the wash, throw them in the dryer. The child sizes are 8 and the adult sizes are 10. And again, you pick the fabric, which is fun. The receiving blankets, depending on the complexity of the pattern, range between $25 and $35. 25 being like your most basic. This is one cut of fabric. And then we get a little bit more complicated with 4 squares. We have ones also then with the feature square and the little squares on the side. And then I don't have an example of it here, but there's one that's completely little squares. That's 16 little patchwork squares. And I think you can see examples of that in the booth. So those are ranging between 25 and 35. The receiving blankets, just the oversized kind of snuggle up your baby blankets, are $10 each, or a pack of 3 for $25. And they use an entire yard of fabric per blanket, so they're really big and cozy. The stockings are $18, $25. Pocket stockings. $18 with or without the pocket. If you're not feeling the pocket, you can totally just get like a plain fronted stocking, and that's totally fine. Or $25 if you want a little ornament of your choice tucked into the pocket stocking. And then I also have toddler quilts posted on there too that are $65 and above. They're huge. They also have like fleece kind of banding on them. And again, everything's totally your choice. This is a custom quilt that's coming. No, you can only see it on Instagram here.
Oh, cute.
But that's on Instagram. So here for all of our YouTubers and Facebookers. Here's a custom quilt that's coming to princesses and superheroes and all that. Yeah, it's totally malleable too in terms of price. If there's a different size that you want of a blanket, let's work it out. If you want more standard size receiving blankets, not the oversized ones, let's work it out. And we'll absolutely price them accordingly. And the specials that I have on WinterFest too, usually the character fabrics, so, kind of the licensed character or team fabrics, cost considerably more to buy. So normally there's a little bit of a surcharge in producing material with the licensed fabric, but that is waived for WinterFest. So if you want to upgrade to a character or licensed fabric, that's free. And I have a mask deal going on right now as well. I believe it's buy 2, get 1, but I'm not positive.
It's in the booth. I know it's in the booth.
Check it in the booth. It is totally in the booth. Yes.
And so when people are ready to place their order, they can go right through the WinterFest booth and they can contact you right through there, right?
Yes. Yeah. You'll kick right into my email. It's victoria.rose.benito@gmail.com. So just my name with dots in it. That'll get you directly to me. You can also search that name, Victoria Rose Benito, on Facebook and message me through Facebook too. Either way, you'll come right to my inbox. And it's easy to do it that way. That way we can message back and forth. Usually Facebook Messenger or even text message if I'm shopping for you. For particular fabrics, we can exchange messages that way in more real time than an email, and that way you can come shopping with me too, and we'll find the best stuff for you.
Oh, wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Victoria, for joining us. It was so fun to hear about all the different products you have, and I didn't think that I would love felt ornaments, truthfully, as much as I loved that little Wizard of Oz set that you had. Like, that was super cute. So make sure that you are checking out Victoria's booth, Bugglebear Creations. You can find that right at outshinefestivals.com. You go to our page and you want to follow the signs for the Winterfest Marketplace, the Holiday Market, Fairgrounds. We have it listed as all 3 in different places, depending on which link you're using. So come on down, click that Winterfest image on our home screen, and check out Victoria and all the other wonderful people who have their beautiful work in Outshine Festivals. Now, we're going to take about a 30-minute break, and then we will be back with Jackie Oswald of Treeline Sisters. Happens to be my sister. So make sure you come back to chat with her. All right, we will talk to you later. Thank you so much, Victoria.
Thank you.
Bye. All right, so we have Treeline Sisters coming up next. That is my sister. She is great at being on camera, so don't miss out.